Definitely.
look, Tomo hit me up. He said, "Yo, can I get 5 minutes?"
Okay.
All right, let's get him on here. Come on, I got you, Tomo. I'm playing your role right now. Get you on real quick. Hold on, I got you, Tomo. Get the chairs on. It's
What's
on in
good?
the
Well,
middle.
what's good? What's
Uh,
good?
it's on in the middle.
Now, what's up, fellas? This is my first appearance on Unfazed, so I want to say shout
Yeah.
I had to rep that because y'all was going crazy on my boy. So first thing first, like I said, I only need 5 minutes. Joe, you could have said this on the last show. Come over here, man. You ain't have to do. I expected that from AJ. I expected that because again, they just won the bowl. So again, I just want to address two things. AJ, don't ever say we got to chase the Commanders. All right, okay? They lost the Cooper Rush. So until they beat Dak, we ain't gotta chase nobody. All right.
Okay.
Now I do agree they will probably have a better offseason because they got that bag and they got a new GM. So I give you that. But I really just want to address a few things here. One, Dak saying that, bro. He says it all the time, bro. He just defends his teammates. So him coming out and saying I feel like we're close to the Eagles is more so trying to uplift the locker room. Outside of hearing Michael Parsons tell Derrick Henry, we would have ruined you if you would have came here. Like, what does that do for the locker room? Think about that. And granted, how bad the Eagles situation was last year, you never heard a player come out and say that to another player. Like, y'all never discredit y'all own players over there. So that's one of those things. So when it comes to Dak saying that, that's why I wasn't mad when he said it. Do you feel like you close to the Eagles? Him saying that, yes, because he's been around long enough to beat y'all. That's why I always say it in the regular season. Now, when it comes to playoffs, if they would have asked me, do you feel like y'all a Super Bowl team? And Dak would have said, yeah, I feel like we close to the Eagles. I'd have cut the TV off because ain't no way. Ain't no way you're going to sit up here and tell you can't sell that ticket. Jerry can try to, but you can't sell that ticket as a quarterback because I've seen too many games where you either were the reason or you was trying to battle against another reason that your GM didn't put product on the field. Now, let's talk about the 49ers game, right, Joe? Because I see you talking about that 49ers game, right? Hey, let me tell you this. The 49ers, of course, they had the number one offense, right? But the 49ers defense was better that day. They were just better. They were flat out better that day. The Dallas defense against the 49ers, that Jimmy G team, 0 interceptions, 0 forced fumbles, 0 sacks, 3 pass deflections. You tell me what a defense is going to do like that in the playoffs. I just watched the Eagles go through how many teams y'all played? Like 3 or 4 games. Y'all had 10 turnovers. Y'all was just leading. Y'all was just doing y'all thing with turnovers. Y'all playing physical. That's what a number one defense can do because what wins you championships? Defense. Jalen Hurts threw an interception in the Super Bowl, but guess what happened? Let's get the ball back. And what'd he do after you get the ball back? Scored a touchdown. It's just that simple, man. It's just that simple. And Dak against elite quarterbacks, don't disrespect my man. He beat Aaron Rodgers. He outplayed him in his rookie season. Y'all talking about, I don't know. Was it Herbert? I can't think. My memory's too foggy. I can't think. He beat Russ in the playoffs too.
I mean, to our credit though, that
rookie season.
That was a minute ago, right?
The Seahawks wasn't in his rookie season though. Seahawks wasn't in his rookie season.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Was that his second year?
2018.
That was third.
Okay.
2017. 2019.
I mean, he been in the league for like 15 years though, bro. So
I'm just saying though, man. I'm just saying.
Hey, I feel you.
I ain't clowning your man when he lost to Tom Brady his rookie season.
You right. You right. Not that I know, because I wasn't around at that time. So you could have. I don't know. I don't know.
Honestly, I will say this, and I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all show because Blaze over here trying to have his moment. Don't ruin my moment, trying to have your moment, Blaze. Y'all won the Super Bowl. Let me have mine. All right. So look, when y'all made the playoffs that year, the first thing I said was kind of what I said about the Commanders. Is I said Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. He just needs some pieces around him. Because y'all team was bad that year. I remember we beat y'all bad. I was like, this is not even fair. They need more weapons. And how we do? Get more weapons. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? The difference between the two teams that I'm sitting in between right now is their GM look like they're going to actually go out and get pieces versus what mine did. He actually seen what Dak did with weapons, and what did he do the next year? Every time Dak had a weapon, he took it away. Amari Cooper, got rid of him. I ain't going to talk about Zeke, but CD, he tried to get rid of him. So again, the offensive line, they started getting old. He never replaced pieces. How he did what? Every time one of your Hall of Famers retired, found a way to replace it. Jalen Carter is a big piece for Fletcher Cox. Brandon Graham is about to leave. So what y'all got? Y'all got to repay Sweat. You think about what the Commanders are doing right now. Again, Lattimore wasn't supposed to be on the team this year, Joe, and you know that. Y'all started winning. What did the GM go do? Go get a cornerback.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Every time it's time for Dallas to do something, Jerry like, well, if you want to be this good and you think you this good, I'm going to take it away and see what you can do without it. It makes zero sense.
See, that's why.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say that's why I don't make that comment though.
I'm gonna ask you.
That's why, and I understand like uplifting the locker room. I understand you want to keep the morale of the locker room up, but it's like if he been doing that and it hasn't resulted in what you want, which is the ultimate goal of a championship, what am I still trying to uplift y'all for? You know what I mean? At some point, I'm gonna have to listen. If we talking head to head. I think we beat them head to head. We've, you know what I'm saying, we've done our thing. But in order to be Super Bowl champions, we gonna have to do a little bit more, starting from the top on down to the players. I feel like that's how you answer it. Like you might have some type of my bad, Joe. You might have you might have some type of issue with the division. It's a division rival, so you don't want to give them too much credit. I get that, but you got to put it in the context of, man, they just won they're Super Bowl champions though. So in order to get to that point, not only beat the Eagles and win it, you got to beat whoever come out of the AFC too. We're not equipped to do that. So starting from the ownership on down, and he could phrase it in his own presidential way, politically correct way, from the top on to the bottom, we all have something we need to work on. But I mean, head to head, I think, you know, we fare decent against the Eagles. It's probably how he should. I probably would have still clowned him, to be honest.
Of course.
I still had a lot to say, but it sounds better that way. It sounds better that way.
Hey, Tom, I know we got to go in this, but how do you feel about what AJ said? Because, like, he said, why would you say that? Because that doesn't put pressure on your owner. So what do you think about that?
Honestly, that was a good one because that's the political part of that kicking in. He was fighting 2 fights up there. Him getting cocky, telling him, man, every time I see him, I beat him. Like that was him being himself, and then he snapped back and said, you know what? I mean, you know, they did just win the Super Bowl, but I feel like we can. It's always a we thing. I seen that go out there with no name wide receivers and say, nah, he better than such and such. I believe he can do this. I'm like, Dak, you sure? He ain't Coop. Like, remember what I used to say about CD? I'm like, I don't know, bro. But that's just him. Kind of like, it's almost like what Jalen Hurts do with keep the main thing the main thing. See, he says it, but he does it with quotes, so it sounds better. It comes off a little better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it'll come off that way. But everything that you just said, AJ, is kind of what Dak said in that thing. He said, I feel like we're close to the Eagles. It's kind of funny saying that now. They just won the Super Bowl, so you can't really talk about it, counting the records aside. But I feel like we are close because every time we play them, and then he said, because technically it is him, because everybody else, Micah has his games, but Lane be locking him up. So you get where I'm going. Trayvon and AJ, that's a whole nother story. But again, if we talking about the class of the NFC East right now, I would say it is y'all. Then we're going to see what the Commanders do this offseason. Then I can say it might be y'all, Joe. I got to wait a year. Y'all kind of had a Cinderella run. But we all up here can agree it ain't the Giants.
Yeah, that's fact. That's 100% fact.
And that's how I'm going to leave it.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
hey, Blaze, I do that, Blaze. This ain't my show. I just had to say what I had to say. I'm gone. I see you in the chat, y'all.
All right, Tom. I appreciate you.
Good show, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Right.